welcome to Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Raging Cajuns of the University of Louisiana and the site of the clash we have in store today. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the UCF Knights, taking on a team recharged after a much-needed bye week, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Knights will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Raging Cajuns offense is on the field for the first time today. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Might as well stick with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Now on the counter. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Raging Cajuns are on the move. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle, and on the open.
And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So UCF's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
He makes the connection. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Leaves it with the running back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited.
Afterburner's coming. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Knights! 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't happy.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Louisiana has it back in the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
He's looking to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. The give to the tailback. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. The Raging Cajuns line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Richardson. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Quickly to the tight end. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. Dropping back, it's Frazier. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, UCF. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Corners are going to bail. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Snagged in the middle, it's Henderson. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback on that first conversion.
Hands it off. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. And the Raging Cajuns headed quickly to the line. They'll give it to him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
3rd down play from the gun. They were trying to work the outside there. He played it perfectly, almost got the pick. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Raging Cajuns will punt this one away. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Got it set up on the outside. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Back to the air one more time. Got his man quickly. The Knights get the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll throw it on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Knights. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to go up top on first down. They're working that left side. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. That last completion sets them up on second down. Defense not showing press coverage. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into the end.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
He'll bring it back. It's Richardson. Makes a move. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, Dave.
He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
He'll start this drive firing. Finds a man in the middle. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
I love that play call. Quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. He's looking to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Raging Cajuns will send out the punt unit. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback will audible. Trying to find his man on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. Feeling some heat. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Lafayette. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Our Lady of Lourdes Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Raging Cajuns will boot it away to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He gets a block. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UCF!
We just went to half and drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Western Michigan. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give to the back.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Slips through the line. There he goes. Open it up. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Aaron is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And it's right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. The give to Davis. Makes his man miss. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Knights trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Defense going all in to stop the run.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, Knights! And the route is on. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll start the return inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out, you got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's got it again. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other to start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis.